Hi everyone and welcome to Game 2 of the semi-final from the Star City Games Invitational Qualifier Legacy event held in Doncaster. We have Ross Silcock 1-0 up against Tom Robinson. And how do you think Jundy's going to sideboard against itself, Lee?
It's quite interesting really, because Ross has the Punishing Fires main deck, so and he doesn't play him to Torak main either. Because when we were looking at the deck, we decided that it doesn't really affect the board, so it's not something we wanted to be playing. It's a very tempo negative play. I imagine Tom will bring in some kind of graveyard hate, and they'll be going up to more of the permanent removal spells. Maybe a second Sylvan Library, something like that.
Okay, so we've got Thoughtseize from Tom here. He sees a couple of Abrupt Decays, I believe, a Liliana. No Black Source yet for Ross.
I'm sure he'll draw it off the top of his deck though.
He's got Deathrite Shaman, 2 Abrupt Decay, Liliana, and I can't quite make out what that fourth card is there.
I think it's a Dark Confident.
Well, we'll see, because if it is a Dark Confident, I'd imagine that that's what Tom's going to take. And he's taken. It is a Dark Confident, but he's taken Deathrite Shaman over it. Which I guess makes sense because Ross does not have access to black mana at the moment. So
until he draws it, but yeah.
Well, we will see.
Or it'll be another Deathrite. No, he missed.
Well,
an interesting thing that I have spoke to Ross about, and we were talking about it before the talk. We were thinking Tombstalker as the mirror breaker, because it can't be Abrupt Decayed, it can't be bolted, but unfortunately it does have the weakness that your graveyard gets interacted with Deathrite, and Liliana still kind of makes you sacrifice it.
Yeah, which is a bit annoying. Certainly in the Team America style decks or bug decks, you can see Tombstalker a lot, and that's him to Torak.
It's okay when you cast it on turn 2 and your opponent's done nothing on turn 1, because you don't mind the negative tempo.
It's super effective. Let's see if it is super effective at this point. They are using correct randomization methods.
You can tell if someone's been a legacy player for a long time.
Oh, and Ross drew a Badlands on turn 1 and didn't play it, and he's just been forced to discard it.
And an Abrupt Decay.
Well, there's more where that came from. Oh, fists from Ross there. Unhappy at losing that Badlands.
Yeah, that's random chance for you.
So he did draw it on turn 1, you see.
He just got a bit greedy and didn't play it.
I don't know if it's that greedy, because he does know his opponent's on 4 Wastelands and can see that he needs that black mana.
Yeah, he's probably fine.
Yeah.
He just got punished for it, really.
Oh, harsh.
Going back to the him to Torax, if an opponent's got 3 cards in his hand, you can tell the good legacy players who played a lot of him, because they'll roll a dice, and that's the card they can keep.
Yeah.
Whereas you'll see other players like roll
2 dice.
2 dice.
Yeah. So Tarmogoyf here from Tom, that's pretty big at the moment, and if Ross can't find a source of black for that Abrupt Decay, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be all she wrote very shortly.
Yeah, it seems like the matches don't go very long. They're very brutal and physical.
Yeah. It does literally feel like 2 players just punching each other upside the head here. Even though Tom did feel going into this matchup he's at a disadvantage, if you get a Thoughtseize into him to Torak draw, I think that you're a favourite against just about everything.
Yeah, perhaps unless the Rugged Elbow players made a turn 1 Nimble Mongoose
into days
or something like that. Or in fact, if Ross had got to play that Deathrite Shaman on turn 1.
Yeah. Oh, Mountain Deck's rubbing it in on Ross now.
He could cast Seismic Assault, but he doesn't have them.
You sure that's not a valuable sideboard plan, go into the Life from the Loam Seismic Assault engine?
Funnily enough, Ross did want to play an extra Life from the Loam in the board after the tournament for these matches, but no Seismic Assault.
Yeah. And Guy's turning sideways for Tom, and another Thoughtseize. Ross is just getting shredded here. And
I'm glad you said shredded instead of another term. There's already been enough debate on the use of that terminology.
Yeah, let's not be using that. And we see Bloodbraid Elf, Liliana, Dark Confident, and Abrupt Decay. Yeah.
Yeah, Bloodblade Elf goes away. That was Ross's route maybe back into the game.
Yeah.
Whether he does Abrupt Decay that Tarmogoyf, then he's probably okay. I mean, he's behind on cards, but he can fight back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the life totals, they're still quite close.
That Bloodbraid Elf, if he'd have managed to Bloodbraid Elf into something like a Tarmogoyf, he'd have been...
Ross has had enough.
Ross has had enough seeing that Chain Lightning, even though he could have bounced it back, but he's had enough this time, and he's going. We are going into game 3.